It's been so long since you smiled. Tell me where you left an empty child. Oh, let's have a feast on those who least expected this. The time is now, I swear we won't regret it. Won't regret it. To the light, I got tunnel vision sight. I got higher than I like, too pretentious to rectify. Looking back, I know you tried. No, but does it still possess your life? Let's go out and get electric one more time. Everything in the world could be as we left it.
got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
We are taking over. Yeah, we are here to stay. Don't get comfortable in your crown. It's about to come crashing down. They say we are tomorrow. Tomorrow starts today. We are taking over. Yeah, we are here to stay. Don't get comfortable in your crown. It's about to come crashing down. We are the wild ones. We are the fighting Oakland. We are the fire to the fuse. We are the reckless.
Welcome everyone to Talladega Super Speedway, where we are here for pure, absolute insanity, to be bluntly honest here with you this afternoon. Just currently getting everything set up, but here at Talladega it's going to be 20 laps in the afternoon, no cautions, and we all know how that's going to go. To be quite honest, it's either going to be a miracle survival or it's not going to be that. There are nearly 25 splits here at Talladega in the National Series going on right now. And this is the top split of all of the available splits here in the iRacing National Series. I'm quite excited. Again, you're going to get your picture up here momentarily. Only a few drivers have decided to qualify as well, to the surprise of pretty much nobody, because here at Talladega, it's usually, you think you'd be fine in the back of the field. Sometimes you are, and sometimes you aren't, and it just really depends on what exactly is in store for this event here tonight. So welcome here to Talladega Super Speedway as the iRacing National Series is about to head into its starting grid stage. So bottom left-hand corner of your screen is going to be properly sorted here very shortly once everything sets up, and I believe everything's actually currently set up correctly. And there, excuse me, there it is. So Vinny Tigner starts off in the first place position here for tonight, or this afternoon rather. Starting off in second, it will be Casey Dean in the number 10 machine. Starting in third place, it's going to be Derek Runge. And starting off in fourth, it is Joshua Adams. Rounding out the top five, it's going to be J.D. Baker. Starting sixth will be Aaron Paul. Johnny Avila starts off in seventh. Eighth place will be Ryan Decker. Ninth place is going to be Lucas Whale, and starting off 10th is Curtis Carr. Rory Gamble starts off 11th. 12th place is Josh Edmondson. Frank DeAngelis starts 13th. 14th is Troy Sabat. 15th going to be Pablo Diaz Francis. Hunter Waters starts 16th. 17th, Jeremy McGrory, I believe that's how it's pronounced. 18th is Andrew Gunther. 19th, Todd Sargent. 20th is Josh Bartone. Toby Weatherford starts 21st. 22nd is Christopher Pandas. Armando Lopez starts off in 23rd, and 24th is Edward Kane, rounding out your 24 car field here for this afternoon. It is indeed Talladega week, unfortunately, for some of these drivers. Pace car rolls up. Only 11 drivers have qualified and set in a qualifying lap time. Everyone else opted to not qualify and hope for the best. Right now, this time, it's just everyone waiting. No cautions, keeping in mind for 20 straight laps. It's a sprint race to the finish. It may or may not end well. That is up to pretty much how this race is about to go down. Down the back straightaway at a staggering, let's double check the speed here, at a very staggering about 65 miles an hour, so highway speeds for the most part. You never really think how slow 65 miles per hour is, or 75, in pacing until you take it to a circuit track, and next thing you know, it's incredibly slow. Highway, it's fine, but anywhere else, not so much. So it's going to be 24 drivers taking the green flag here for this afternoon, 11 of which have qualified. The rest have not, and opted to hope for the best. Pace car pulls off the racetrack. It's the last time we'll see it, aside from any other shots here. It's the last time we'll be out in pacing on the racetrack. Keeping an eye on the speed, they moved up to 75 miles an hour. And the green flag is out. It's going to be Vinny Tigor leading the field in the green. Vinny Tigner leading the field into turn 1 as we go green here at Talladega. 20 laps. Everyone's spread out so far, so good for the most part. Already 3 wide mid-pack. Here they come down the back straightaway. Well, here it is, 2 wide already, and we're already 1 lap in. And at this point, it's just a matter of time waiting until the dreaded big one. And when that comes, nobody is going to know until it happens, and it's too late. I'm going to try to get a replay as soon as possible, depending on how it plays out. But in the meantime, I'll just have to sit back and wait. One car stuck up top on the high side. I believe that's number 6. That is not. That's actually, I'll get a car number as soon as we can. That's number 17 of Rory Gamble, who's stuck up top. And he immediately dives right back down that good range painted number 29. In reality, it's the number 8, I believe, of Hunter Waters. A few drivers using this as their throwback week in a sense. The car numbers may not entirely match up with what is shown on timing. In the meantime, it's all just a matter of waiting at this point. The 20 is stuck up top, although that's not the actual number 20. It's actually number 6 of Troy Sabat. Really nowhere to go. I see somebody coming in with an RC paint scheme, throwing it back to the old days of Royal Cola and their more modern look in a sense. That's number 12, Todd Sargent. Well, they're 3 wide, and that number 6 or 20 or whoever, regardless, that number 20 is stuck up top on the high side, although just managing to stay up top as well and actually gaining some places there down the back straightaway. Oh, it's going to be a crash in the back. It's half the field, and the back portion is all taken out. And that is pretty much what we were fearing here at Talladega. The half big one has happened. The 15 is involved. We'll get a replay as soon as we can here. On board the number 15, because I believe it started around there. Yeah, just about. It started around the number 15. We're going to ride on board. Oh, it's just a matter of time. Oh my. Oh, just a chain reaction from then on. The 5 has a missing hood as well. We're going to get one more look. On board the number 5, that's Josh Edmondson, who was involved. Just nowhere to go. Gets run into from behind by the 21, and up comes the hood, unfortunately. Well, at this point, I believe this just leaves the entire top 7 as the main pack. And that's basically it. The entire top 7, save for a few other drivers here, these two, Lucas Wall and Pablo Diaz-Francis. That's basically it. This is your field that you're looking at right now. And we'll see how much longer it takes. With 14 laps to go, I'm wondering if anyone's really going to be a little bit more daring than we've seen. meantime, Armando Lopez in pit road. More than likely repairing a little bit of damage and getting some, getting a fast repair. We have had the opportunity to have the largest gap between first and second place in the finishing and the final lap of the start-finish line at the Indianapolis road course by well over a second. I'm wondering if we're going to have anything that's under a tenth of a second, because we've had some pretty close finishes here so far this season, and this is going to be the one time to produce the closest finish. And of course, keeping in mind that these drivers cannot bump draft entirely without loosening up the back bumper of the driver in front. So you can't entirely bump draft. You can use the air bubble, essentially, to push the driver in front of you without physically pushing them, but all in all, it's just not going to work out. And at this point, we could be seeing a battle between two Home Depot cars at this point. We have the number 1 machine of Vinny Tigner, and then we have the number 20, which should be the number 6 of Troy Sabat. The actual number 20 is Christopher Pandas, who is quite a ways back with an arts paint scheme with Curtis Carr back in 16th and 15th for the time being. It's going to be Troy Sabat looking up to the top side. Sorry, that's Todd Sargent looking up to the top side of the number 12. Maybe it's a bit too early to be looking for a move. Granted, it's a sprint race in a sense, but there's such thing as moving a bit too early. So he's going to move back down to the inside after losing the draft. And at this point, it's just a matter of waiting, running it out, being patient, and just wait until the final few laps to really make some kind of a move, especially if you're looking to go 3 wide by the end of it. So it's better to be patient rather than try and pushing everything, quite literally as well, just so late on, essentially, so early on, or what have you. It's going to be 10 laps to go to the start-finish line. We're going to take a halfway break, but you won't miss a single thing here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network as the 2 of Joshua Adams now slides his way down. He's in the lead, and that's going to give the 6/20 a little bit of air in the engine. And now the 12 of Sargent will finally be able to make his way up through and give the 20 or 6 a little bit of help here. But it is halfway this time by. Just a reminder that you can sponsor the Racing Line Broadcasting. Sponsor the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. We have 4 more races, I believe. Yeah, 4 more races. I just wanted to make sure I could calculate it properly. We have 4 more races here with the iRacing National Series, and then we're going to head to a little bit of a summer break between June and July. We'll be back around August, but it's going to be June and July this time for a little bit of our summer break instead of just July. So keep that in mind. If you want to sponsor the remaining races, $25 for a sponsorship per broadcast for the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. You can contact us at facebook.com/Racing Line Broadcasting Network. In the meantime, it's 9 laps to go. You have the top 6, top 7 cars maybe racing a little bit too close. And this is for the lead after the back half of the field was essentially taken out. So stay tuned. You won't miss a single thing here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. This is the iRacing National Series top split here at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. You won't miss a single thing as we go double wide.
coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race.
Side by side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe.
For all he's with here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out?
Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron, drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
Back live here at Talladega Superspeedway with the final 4 laps, and already it's going to pop off here as it's going to be nearly 3 wide the start-finish line with 4 laps to go. The 5, or whoever number 5 is, I believe actually, that should be the number 12, but he's on the lead lap regardless. Pretty much everybody in this pack, I believe, is on the lead lap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. And we have the top 8 now in line in this race, or in line to win this race, and we'll see really who makes it to the end first. And that's mainly the case here at Talladega. 4 laps to go, 3 at the start finish line, and you see it's the entire essentially top 7, top 8 cars here in this field, save for I believe 1 lap car, but I believe there's a couple lap cars actually in this pack, but regardless, it's Troy Sabat up to the lead now. The start-finish line being pushed by Todd Sargent, who's being pushed by the number 15. I believe that number 15 is actually a number 15. That is Ryan Decker. He is 1 lap down. So Ryan Decker in the 15, not on the lead lap. He's within this pack. I believe there's someone else as well. We're going to double check. It's the 15 that is 1 lap down, and it's also the 18 of Toby Weatherford. He's just kind of here. In the meantime, we're coming down now to the final 2 laps again. No cautions, no green white checkers. It's a straight 20-lap sprint to the end. I'll see how everyone can handle these final few laps. So far, it's the 2/8 of Joshua Adams out in front. A very fitting paint scheme. I'll see if it can bring him a little bit of luck here as we go down the back straightaway. 1.5 laps to go. And it's going to be a pure drag race. I'm wondering if anyone's willing to take it 3 wide as well, but the 8/2 of Joshua Adams for sure will be sticking it out on the inside lane. This time by, it's all for the marbles. As for all the marbles, rather, white flag this time by Vinny Tigner. Gets pushed up front to the lead. It's going to be 3 wide to 12 of Todd Sargent. Gets stuck in the middle, actually. We go 4 wide in turn 2. And it's going to be the 1, the 20, the 15, and the 5. And all of this in front, well, they're going to wreck in front. The lap cars are involved. It's a 3-car race to the finish now. The 12 of Todd Sargent with no drafting help up top. It's going to be now the 12/13 of Derek Range. The 8/2 of Joshua Adams. The 5 has help. The 8 does not. It's going to be a defense from the number 8 machine. It's going to be side by side off turn number 4. Down the tri-oval, the 12. It's going to help the 5 up top. The 19 coming in the distance. Drag race to the line. The 12 dives down low. 3 wide at the finish. And it's the number 5/13 of Derek Range with the win. At the start-finish line, just by under a tenth of a second, by 0.051 seconds. The rest of the field has yet to cross the start-finish line. And they're still wrecking coming to the finish. It's a big crash in the tri-oval exit. That's the 14 of Jason Bartone, who comes across, I think, 13th. Scoring is still getting restored. The 23 backs up across the start-finish line. It's a drag race between the 16 and the 20. I believe the 20 got it. I don't know. The scoring is still sorting itself out, so we'll make sure here. But all in all, it is the 13/5 of Derek Range, the winner here at Talladega after a wonderful finish and great capitalizing opportunity. Great job out of number 5. He'll burn it down, I believe, I'm hoping, at the start-finish line. He does decide to park it for the time being. And now he'll burn it down. Our finishing results are as follows. Derek Runge, your winner here at Talladega. Second place going to be Joshua Adams. Third place is Todd Sargent. Lucas Whale finishes in 4th. 5th is Pablo Diaz-Francis. Jeremy McGregory finishes in 6th. 7th place, Edward Kane. 8th place, Troy Sabat. 9th place, Roy Gamble. 10th place is Jason Bartone. Second half of the field is Casey Dean, J.D. Baker, Christopher Pandas, Curtis Carr, Vinny Tigner. Rounding out your 11th through 15th place position, Frank DeAngelis finishes in 16th. Josh Edmondson in 17th. 18th is Hunter Waters. 19th, Johnny Avila. And 20th, Toby Weatherford. And then the final 24 cars, it's Ryan Decker, Armando Lopez, Aaron Paul, and Andrew Gunther did not start. We're going to get one more replay here of those final couple of laps. Or more, the final wreck on the back straightaway here. So we get a replay up momentarily. But what a finish. Talladega producing its typical Talladega finishes. We're going to get a replay up really quickly here. Just double checking everything and camera angles and such. Everything that is available. It was coming down the back straightaway here, where they were all 4 wide. The 15, the lap down, he moves up the racetrack slightly to follow the 12, comes up into the 20. The 1 goes flying over. The 7's involved. The 1 has a broken everything apparently in the front end. Broken steering. There's a secondary crash coming to the finish. It was with the second group being led by Frank DeAngelis. And then number 4. The 1 did choose to take a tow. as he could not drive it to the end. This is with the second pack, racing for about 14th. Actually, oh wait, it was just up in front of them, I believe. Oh man, just heavy contact by everybody. I think they're all just really eager to make it to the end, and then, well, that had happened. Well, after what can only be described as your typical wild Talladega race here at, well, Talladega, of course, it was an absolutely incredible finish in one way or another. Sometimes a good way, sometimes a not so good way. But regardless, we're going to leave you with two shots here. It's going to be this one of the one just going absolutely flying in the air, unfortunately. Pole sitter on this race qualified in the pole as well. And unfortunately just gets sent up into the air. This is a screenshot and a half right there. But in the meantime, we're going to leave you as well with the number 1 machine, number 13 technically I should say, burning it down on the back straightaway. But thank you all for tuning in here tonight, this afternoon, for the iRacing National Series top split here at Talladega, with your typical Talladega finish happening in pure Talladega fashion as well. Coming up next week, same time, same place as per usual, it's going to be Rockingham. We head back old school into the past for 40 laps at Rockingham. And until then, we'll see you next time here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. This is the top split of the iRacing National Series here at Talladega Superspeedway. 20 laps. Your usual Talladega side-by-side finish. Congratulations to Derek Runge with the win here this afternoon. I've been Gary Weaver, and we hope to see you next time.